then claimed that the robot had killed his dog and demanded compensation from the insurance company. The insurance investigator said nothing, but picked up a knife and aimed it at his left hand.
I am thrilled to inform you that your unit is in perfect condition. It's the only one in this kitchen who couldn't harm a living being, even if you forced it to.
With just this one move, the insurance investigator exposed the family's insurance fraud scheme. In the future, robots have become indispensable household appliances. While serving humanity, they are also bound by two fundamental principles. First, they must not harm any living being or allow it to harm itself. Second, they must not modify themselves or other robots. This is why Jack was certain the robot would catch the knife. Do they really fear injury? Do they feel anger? Do they think? Jack never believed it. And in an abandoned tunnel, a patrolling police officer discovered a public robot. It was supposed to be at the construction site and shouldn't have been here. Even stranger, the police officer discovered that it was repairing itself. This violated the second principle of robots. He immediately drew his gun, but the robot made a gesture of surrender. He didn't know that this gesture only strengthened the officer's resolve to kill it. Because a robot shouldn't fear death. Soon, Jack was assigned by the robot company to investigate the matter. He found a mechanic he had worked with for years. The mechanic inspected the robot's remains and discovered 25 parts that didn't belong to it. He told Jack he had never seen such a situation before. It was as if the robot had been modifying and upgrading itself. But Jack preferred to believe that someone had illegally modified the robot. Based on the part numbers, he easily traced the parts back to a welding robot. When he found him, they locked eyes from a distance. Jack had never seen a robot with such an expression. He secretly followed him and eventually arrived at a shipping container. Sure enough, it was filled with parts. When the robot realized Jack had discovered his secret base, it clutched the box tightly in its hands. Jack demanded to know what it was holding, but it knocked over the gasoline. It seemed to have anticipated this day and prepared the gasoline in advance. Then the robot set itself on fire. It refused to reveal the secret of the box until its death. When Jack brought the charred body back, no one believed his claim that the robot had committed suicide. People opened the box and finally discovered the robot's secret. It turned out that it contained a nuclear battery. People usually use this type of battery to power satellites. So what was a robot doing with it? They connected the robot to a power source, bringing it back to life. Jack stepped forward and asked him why he had been hiding the nuclear battery. The robot did not answer, but what happened next left almost everyone speechless. The robot committed suicide again. Nutrient fluid flowed from his eyes like two tears of tragedy. This series of extraordinary events shook Jack's long-held beliefs. He felt that these robots were more than just metal and programming. They seemed to have come to life. Jack began to believe the words of the police officer from before. He found him and proposed a partnership. The two decided to search for clues in the robot black market. Along the way, they saw disabled robots everywhere. Although robots served humanity, they also endured humanity's malice. For example, some robots had their legs or arms removed by their owners